Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zachary Michael. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. I have been thinking about doing this particular idea for a video for a while, and I just wasn't ever really sure how I wanted to execute it. So I'm just flying by the seat of my pants today, and that's how we're gonna execute it, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I've noticed in my little tiny corner of the internet lately is a lot of people who are saying that they are bored with Amberlynn, although I'm not necessarily. I am sometimes, not all the time, but people who are saying, I'm bored with Amberlynn, or people who are saying, like, I can no longer watch Foodie Beauty. And even back in the day when I used to cover Nikocado Avocado, people are like, I can't do Nikocado Avocado anymore. And I just thought, I want to open up some new doors for some other weird things I'm watching on the internet. And I've seen a lot of people being like, I need new content, I need new ideas. Now, what I will say about this is that I'm not necessarily saying that any of these people are a one-for-one replacement for Chantal or Amberlynn. And in fact, they're not, okay? They're not even in the realm of like same types of content. Well, maybe a little bit. Actually, the two I was gonna talk about today are both, just by coincidence, people who eat carnivore diets. And in that sense, I guess they're kind of similar to Amberlynn and Chantal in terms of like weight loss. But I didn't start following either of them because of their weight loss related content, if that makes sense. And I guess I say all of that to say, please don't respond to them in the way that you would respond to like Chantal at a minimum, right? Because I think we can all agree that Chantal is like a rude, terrible, horrible bigot who we do not like. Right? That's not the vibes that I'm going for today. These are just people I have enjoyed falling down a rabbit hole of watching, and I figured it might be fun to like introduce some people to other things that are on YouTube. If you feel like you are in like a YouTube watching rut, or like a writer's block, whatever that is for watching YouTube, like you feel like you don't have any good new suggestions, that's the point of today's video. I'm hoping to broaden your horizons when it comes to the wonderful world of YouTube. So of course, don't send any negative attention situation types of deals their way, just as I would not encourage you to do that towards anybody else I cover on this channel. Okay, are we on the same page? If you can't agree to that, then this video's not for you, besties. So the first person I want to talk about is a channel called Life Plus Cindy. And honestly, I had followed Life Plus Cindy once upon a time on her other channel, which was a Sims gaming channel, okay? She used to have, well, I think she still has it. It's still up. You can still go also follow her on her Sims channel. I believe it's called Pleasant Sims. And in the world of like Sims gaming content, she probably wasn't the most like popular Sims YouTuber. You know, she didn't have as many subscribers as like Lil Simsy, James Turner, Deligracy, people like that. But she did have quite a bit, and I feel like was quite successful considering how difficult it is to like make a name for yourselves in the Sims gaming community. But it's not her Sims content that I'm here to talk about, because a month or two ago at this point, I was just looking through my recommended videos on YouTube, and I came across her vlogging channel that she apparently started putting her time and energy into once she stopped doing Sims content on her Sims channel. And I'm gonna be honest, I've only really been keeping up with her since I found her, so I haven't gone through all of her old videos. I do know she has a lot of videos in her past about her own trials and tribulations with trying to have a child. I think she has PCOS. I think that she also does some like crystals and things like that, makes her own soaps and stuff like that. None of that also is what I'm here to talk about. So I know you're probably like, Zach, will you get to the fucking point then? Will you talk about what you're here to talk about? And what I'm here to talk about is I've just been riveted by her life. Not in a good or bad way. I don't think anything she's done is inherently good or bad. I have just been following along with the roller coaster that has been her life for the past month and a half. So the first video I found was a video that she titled "My Life is Over." And in the video, she documents how her husband just left her.
Andrew has left me, and I don't think he's gonna come back. I thought I had cried all the tears that I could cry, but apparently there's more. There's more. There are a lot of things that I don't show you guys or tell you guys because I wanted my channel to be positive and uplifting, but I am mentally ill and I have a personality disorder that completely destroys everything I touch. And now it's destroyed my marriage, and I have ran off the only man who has ever loved me or stood by me for any period of time. I don't want you to think that Andrew is a bad person or a bad husband or a bad man, because he's not. He is a beautiful, compassionate, kind, empathetic human being who has finally reached his limit and been pushed over the edge. I have not been a great wife to him. I have a lot of problems that stem from a trauma that I cannot heal, and he cannot help me to heal it either, and he's had enough of trying, and I do not blame him one bit, okay? He's a good man, and I destroyed him.
Left her to her own accord, left her with, I think there are 2 dogs and a cat, and she is somebody who doesn't drive a lot by herself. He had the access to the car. She does all of her work for YouTube inside the home, so she doesn't go anywhere, and he was the person that was working outside of the home, would go to a job, things like that. So she was just stuck inside her home and trying to come to terms with the fact that her husband left her. And it was really interesting to watch, and obviously I'm not going to show you everything, like would encourage you to go watch along with her. Again, it started about like a month and a half ago probably at this point. But the next like 2 to 3 weeks was her really picking her life up and starting therapy, finding ways to do things on her own that she hadn't done before.
Hey y'all, I just got out of therapy and it went so well. I love my therapist. I'm so happy with how it went. I probably looked a mess because I was crying like a baby in there. Sorry about the noise, but I'm right on the street. I'm waiting at the bus stop for the bus to come by, and it's not going to be here for another like 13 minutes. But I actually tried to get an Uber home, but it said all Ubers are busy in your area, try again later. And I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go take the bus. So now that I've had some food and calmed down a little bit, I actually had a little cry there because I went to look at something on my phone and my phone decided that it was gonna show me a picture of me and Andrew just out of the blue. I think I'm gonna have to delete all the pictures off of here and like just put them on my Google Drive because I can't, it's too hard to just randomly see pictures of him like that out of nowhere. I'm living with a ghost, you know? It's hard because everything is a reminder, and just to have more reminders shoved in my face is not what I want. So I'm trying to eliminate everything that's possible for me to eliminate right now. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about these handouts that my therapist gave me. So this is the distress tolerance handout thingy that she gave me, and these are the skills she gave me to start working on.
You know, really starting and trying to find a way to become a more independent person, independent woman, and really take care of herself. She also had considered full-on like getting up and moving to Arkansas, which is where she's originally from. She and her husband were living in Colorado.
I have never lived on my own before. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to move myself across the country all alone. But I can't stay here in this house and in this state where I have no friends or family or support at all. I mean, I have never felt so alone in my life.
And she was like, you know what? Like, I think if he's gonna leave me, I'm just gonna go back to Arkansas by myself. But she ended up not moving back to Arkansas. She ended up sticking around Colorado so that she could wait and see if he was gonna have a change of heart. And then she ended up full on going and buying a car from like Carvana and having it delivered to her home so she could start driving around on her own.
Hey y'all, guess what? It's 3 p.m. and I just got the text from Carvana that they will, well, I got it a little while ago, that they'll be here at 3:30 p.m. with the car. I'm so excited. A little bit later than I expected, which kind of sucks because I'm not gonna have that much time before it gets dark, and I really don't want to drive it dark yet. But maybe we can go out and go a few places at least. I'm going somewhere, damn it. So it still has like the Carvana tags and stuff on it. It's gonna have that for like a month and a half, they said. But I'll show it to you from all angles. Okay, got my mirrors adjusted, got my backup camera going. We're backing out of the driveway. Oh my God, I love the backup camera. That's so cool. I've never had one of those before. I still look behind me though. You still gotta look behind you. I don't trust it 100%. Okay, it's telling me which way to turn. Okay, there we go. I got out of the driveway. Our driveway has like this big hump drive. Okay. I'm still getting used to everything, but we're going now. I keep looking at the wrong side of the camera, wrong side of the phone for the camera. My first errand in my brand new car, brand new to me anyway. My first errand as independent Cindy. I did text a picture of it to Andrew and he said that's a really cool car. So he's being very supportive about all this. I think he likes seeing me independent too. So that's nice.
And again, all of that happened in the span of like 2 to 3 weeks. And then she finally got this car, okay? And I was like so excited for her. I was like, yes, you're doing it. You're gonna start driving to go pick up your groceries instead of getting them delivered. You're gonna start driving to therapy appointments. This is great. I'm so proud of you. You've made so much progress. And then out of nowhere, she just stopped posting for like a week. Besties. It was like, I was like, what happened to Cindy? Is she okay? I'm very worried about her. Is she good? Only to find out that she comes back with a video of like, hey besties, I am back with Andrew, my husband, and we full on just got in a car and moved back to Arkansas.
Y'all, we're about to do something crazy. So Andrew just told me, we just went out to lunch together and he said, let's get in the car right now and go to Arkansas. And I said, okay, let's go. So we're going. No warning, no planning. I'm packing up my stuff right now. Got my suitcases out, about to start packing up. He's at his friend's house getting his stuff. And we're just about to leave right now. It's like 2 in the afternoon and we're leaving. We're taking the dogs with us. Andrew's mom is gonna take care of Gibbons. And we're getting the fuck out of here.
I was like, what? What happened? What happened? And so now if you go to her channel, the most recent updates are her and her husband literally searching her hometown in Arkansas, trying to find a place to live, getting him a job again, and things like that. So if you really want the full story, I do encourage you to go watch. Like, it's like you get sucked in so easily. I was like tuning in every day for an update. Her videos are usually about 30 minutes long each, so it is like a commitment. Although some of it is unrelated. Like I said, in some of the videos she makes her own soaps and things like that. That's not the most interesting stuff to me. And she also does talk about being carnivore a lot in there, if that's something of interest to you. But I would say Life Plus Cindy is a 10 out of 10. Do recommend, and I can't wait to see what happens next on her channel. The other person I thought I could introduce you all to is a lovely older lady named Darlene Michaud. And honestly, I could still be pronouncing her last name wrong. This is somebody that one of my Twitch viewers actually put me on to. If you don't know, on Twitch, I don't actually react to Amberlynn or Foodie Beauty at all. I think I've done Amberlynn like once or twice, and it's usually been like a retro Dollar Tree reaction kind of a thing. But in reality, I react to all kinds of things, bad cooking videos, Dollar Tree hauls, and out of nowhere, one of my Twitch viewers, Aaron, suggested that I go and look at Darlene Michaud's channel. And I will say, when I first saw her name, I pronounced it Darlene Michaud, and it's a little bit of a joke on my channel because I didn't know how to say her name, but I believe now it's Michaud. So I don't really know how to describe what Darlene's channel is. It's a fascinating place to be. I will say that. When I first started watching her, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to include any clips from these particular videos because I think she's taken them all down, but when we first started watching on Twitch, what we were following was her complaining Karen videos about a bad experience she had with a moving company. So we came into her life on Twitch right around the time that she was moving from Maine to Mississippi. And she was doing that because she had a very elderly mother who needed care, and her own child was already living in Mississippi, so that she just moved everything so she could be closer to family and things like that. Which does remind me to say, for both of these folks, I'm definitely paraphrasing a lot and probably not covering every single thing in the most specific detail, just because like both of these people are people who have well-established YouTube channels, and I've only watched chunks at a time of their videos. So we got her when she was in the middle of complaining about this moving company, and when I tell you, this woman probably had 15 to 20 videos just complaining about her experience with this moving company, complaining about how they sent her a gag order to ask her to stop talking about the moving company, talking about how she got like actual like letters from their lawyers asking her to stop talking about it. It was crazy. She also even went as far to set up a whole website to help other people with their moving issues. And this came right after her mother passed away. And one of the things that she said, or the reason that she said that she was doing that, is because it felt like it gave her a purpose after her mother passed away. It felt like it gave her something to do. So she made this whole website and a whole new email account where people could email their moving problems. And she said, I will help you fight back against these horrible, terrible moving companies. So when I tell you we spent a lot of time on Twitch watching her talk about her disdain for these moving companies, I'm telling you, we spent a lot of time doing that. But like I said, eventually she took down all of those videos and she hasn't really said much about it since then. But some other things that we have found on her channel that we really have enjoyed include things like her cutting her bangs with a kitchen knife.
Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is a lovely Saturday afternoon, and I am in my bathroom so I can trim my bangs, hopefully, with one of these. This, I mean, look how dull this is. It's terrible. I don't know how we're able to cut meat with it, but we are. And this is dull too. But let's try. Let's see what we can do. Maybe if I saw it. Let's try way up like here where it's insignificant. I have to put this up a little bit, I think, because I don't want you to miss anything. Look, that's terrible. It's not cutting anything. Only I can try this, and I shouldn't talk with a knife in my hand. Come on, can we get one that will cut? Just one? I wonder if I go like this way and... Look! Grab this. I'm wet. Let's put glasses on. Maybe I should just do it without glasses. Why is it still... Okay. Was this the one we tried? I think so. Can I do it? Come on. Come on. How did we do it before? I think we used a different knife. Was it this big guy? I don't know if this qualifies as a steak knife. Oh, look, we did. Any of you who think you want to help me to do this right? Oh my God, I was going to comb myself with the knife. Not good. Please know that I don't take any of this seriously. I'm not trying to say that this is the way anyone should cut their hair. Do love. Ooh, maybe I could trim some other stuff while I'm here. See, I just don't know if I want to let my hair get longer. I'm going to leave that stuff alone. But I like the bangs.
And in more recent history, she apparently has decided to start trying to date again in Mississippi. I recently learned in just watching one of her videos in my own free time that she was married once upon a time, and I believe he did pass away. And so she has been just more recently, I think that was a while ago because it certainly didn't happen while I was watching her channel. But in more recent history, she has been on some dating websites, and one of her favorite kind of videos to do is to read the profiles of the people that she is messaging or that are messaging her.
It's not that it's funny, it's just, I wish you could see like what I'm seeing. This man messaged me, "Hi, I'm Jerry." Now, he's typing like he's texting like young people do. Instead of you, it's just the you. Instead of Y-O-U, it's just you. Your is you are. Yeah, so I don't know. To me, that screams fake. Okay, "Hi, I'm Jerry." Like, no apostrophe in I'm. "May I ask your name?" You are. "Would you like to talk and, not and get together one day?" That number one. "Why don't you call me at," and he gives me his number. "Or send me your number and I can call you. I'd love to get to know you really well, Jerry." And the thing is, his profile picture is sideways. It's like, I don't know. I feel bad if these people are really trying, but I find it hard to believe that that's serious.
So that's really been a good time, although it has been a little bit of a time since she has uploaded a new one of those videos. I am eagerly awaiting more news about her dating life, her dating experiences. But the most recent thing that the Twitch chat and I have just been so taken aback by is her love for the carnivore diet. And it started in a video where she talked about how she wanted to, try to find ghee, like bulk amounts of ghee, which if you don't know, that's like a type of butter, it's clarified butter. But she was looking for bulk amounts of ghee at like a Costco or a Sam's Club and she couldn't find it. So she decided to make it herself and she made it. And the way that she talked about trying it for the first time was a whole different experience.
But I'm so excited about the ghee. The thing for me is the texture. Now, I don't know if that's going to be different with unsalted versus salted, but the texture, it's like crunchy. I eat it cold from the fridge, and I did have a couple pieces out that kind of got room temp, and there was still a little bit of a crunch. But cold from the fridge, that shit is so incredibly good. And it's just going to be better when there's a little less salt in it. It just has like a crunchy sound and a feel to it. The texture is right up my alley. I don't know what to compare it to. But this is like butter candy. I mean, it's just so good.
But even more recent than that, she talked about this diet in a video recently that we did watch on Twitch, and it was fucking wild, besties. She talked about how, I don't know if you're familiar with the carnivore diet, but essentially the idea is that your diet consists of you just eating meat, which is, I think, a really intense choice to make. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is unrelated, but last night I tagged Zanab from Love is Blind in my Insta story, and I just got a notification on my Apple Watch that she responded to my story. That's so funny. I basically had a glass of wine last night, and it was in a stemmed glass, but I was still holding it up here by where the wine was sitting, and I was like, oh my gosh, my wine is gonna get warm. And I referenced that because Zenab in Love is Blind Season 3 scolded her fiance for not knowing that's why you used a stemmed glass. Anyways, that's not related. What was I saying about Darlene? Oh yeah, so a carnivore diet is about eating just a shit ton of meat. And a lot of them also like to add fat sources like butter onto their meat. What do you know about putting butter on your meat? So she said in our recent video that she sometimes doesn't even crave meat anymore, and there are some days where she only eats butter.
And I am now to mostly butter, very little meat. When I look at all these videos, that's the way it seems to go. At first I was still eating my 2 pounds of meat per day and just adding butter, like 2 sticks of butter per day. Yes, I can eat 3,000 calories a day and lose weight. It has nothing to do. Calories has nothing to do with this. And then I slowly started not wanting as much beef. And I was still eating that same amount of butter. I start every day not planning to eat any meat at all. I eat butter. I start with butter. I eat butter all day. If I end up wanting some beef, I'll eat some beef. I've gone as much as 2 or 3 days with eating just butter.
And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Is this real life? Like, what are you doing? Are you just going in and nomming down on some sticks of butter? Like, I truly don't understand. So Darlene has been fascinating because also all of these things exist in the same universe on her channel as her, like, most popular videos being about quilting, okay? Like, her most popular videos on her channel are all about her quilting and fabric and sewing and things like that. Very, very different, okay? And I've never watched one of those videos, so I couldn't tell you how good she is or isn't at quilting, because all I know is that she eats a shit ton of butter every day. That's all I really have to say about both of those folks. If either of them sound like people that would be interesting to you, I definitely encourage you to go and check out their channels, snoop around a little bit, click on a few different videos. I will say, at least for Darlene, not every video's a hit, okay? A lot of them are boring, so, it may take some digging through the weeds. I actually have somebody on Twitch named Jamie who looks out for me, and she'll screen all of the videos and let me know if something's worth reacting to on Twitch. So it does take a little bit of work on her end. I am just personally invested in all of the videos coming from Cindy. So feel free to go and check them out and enjoy or not enjoy at your leisure. I also just want to say this is not a promise for me to talk about either of these people ever again here on my YouTube channel, but I just thought I would maybe do something to help broaden your YouTube horizons. And if videos like this are of interest, I watch all kinds of weird things on YouTube from time to time, so I'm happy to always try to give you another peek into my YouTube recommended section if that is of interest to you. Otherwise, I'm sure I'll be back with more Amberlynn, Foodie Booty, 1,000 Pound Sister content in the next few days anyways, so stay tuned for that as well. And I genuinely just appreciate you all clicking on my videos to watch whatever it might be that I'm posting today. That's all I have time for today though, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did and you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!